Yes, we can be product experts, but like customers don't really care, in my opinion, from what I've seen. They care more about like, hey, like, do you know my problems? Do you know my challenges? Like, are you aware of the specific things that are going on in my industry, right? Or within the kind of regulated environment that I'm in. And so the reps that I see do the absolute best are the ones who are able to act as a channel. Like, who in our customer base are the ones who are solving those problems, right? And they're using our solution as that sword in order to slay those dragons. And like, now our job as sellers is to go and teach other people how to use that sword as well to slay their own dragon. What will work really well is if you're able to tell the customer story. And to me, the story is you're setting the stage. What is it that people are trying to accomplish? Or like, what is the problem exactly, right? Like what's going on in the world where change is even required? Frame the problem. Like, why does this problem exist? Why have other solutions not worked? Like, why is it that like your solution is helping people out quite a bit in tackling this one very specific problem? Then you're going to go into sharing the solution. If you have a customer story and can illustrate that point within your platform, within your product, whatever you're showing today, amazing, right? And then the last piece here, like this is kind of outside the product itself, is tell us about the result. I'm very much the kind of person who's like, so what, who cares? But what's the impact? What are the results? What is it that's going to drive urgency for someone to take that next call with you? So,
and honestly, the ejector button's right there too. This demo is only as valuable to me as it is going to be valuable for you. So if at some point you're like, dude, this isn't relevant, what are we doing here? Please tell me, and we can either try and redirect or we can table it. So the power is in your hands. We're doing this together.
But when you warm your domain, you send out a lot of emails and you request like a 30 to 40% reply rate. And people who are in the pool with you, and they're using the tool as well, they'll reply to your emails. And the email service provider is like, oh, wow, they're sending out a bunch of emails, but they're getting responses. This is probably a legit user. And so when we do any of our email sending, we're warming up all of our domains. But the best part about this tool is not only are they doing the reply backs, this tool is also marking some of your emails as important. They take a percentage and they mark it as important the same way a human would. And then if any of your emails land in spam, they don't only leave it there, they pull it out of spam and they report it not spam, which is awesome for your deliverability.
I was a contestant on this show, and so it's definitely nerve-wracking and felt super vulnerable. So I'm like, wow, I feel so safe on this side of things. So again, like big kudos to each of you for like being open to doing something like this. And I think one of the big things that really stood out to me across like all three of you was like, you all are super enthusiastic about what you're doing and what you're selling. It's very, very obvious that you care quite a bit. And like there's that old quote of like, sales is just the transferal of enthusiasm. So y'all are definitely selling here. So sharing the insight, like email service providers are built to block emails. I was like, time the hell out. I'm upset, right? So I feel like you really drew me into these things that like I just didn't know and might not have thought about. And then I think at that point I'm like Pavlov's dog in it of I want to understand like what more do I not know? So like that to me is like, let's be a channel of insight in that way.